Final conclusion and research findings. As we conclude this research, one message stands out clearly. Food insecurity in North East Melbourne is not caused by a lack of compassion, commitment, or community effort. Across Bunyul, Manningham, Whittlesea, and Nillumbik, community organisations, volunteers, donors, and local residents are working tirelessly to support people experiencing hardship. Yet, despite these efforts, the current food relief system is under increasing pressure. The research found that food pantries are operating within a fragmented and often unpredictable environment. Organisations face fluctuating food supplies, increasing demand, limited transport and storage capacity, funding uncertainty, volunteer shortages, and a lack of coordinated regional infrastructure. At the same time, households across the region are experiencing unprecedented cost of living pressures, forcing many people to seek food relief for the first time. Across all 5 themes examined in this study, the evidence consistently points to the same conclusion. The challenge is not simply a shortage of food, the challenge is a shortage of coordination. Food is often available somewhere within the system, but organisations cannot always see where it is, access it quickly, transport it efficiently, or redistribute it before it is lost. Community organisations are willing to collaborate, but they often lack the tools, systems, and infrastructure needed to do so effectively. The research identified 6 major barriers affecting food relief services across North East Melbourne. First, unstable supply chains create uncertainty and make long term planning difficult. Second, transport and storage limitations restrict the movement and preservation of food, particularly fresh and perishable products. Third, oversaturation of organisations with diluted food supply and funding insecurity places ongoing pressure on community organisations that are already operating with limited resources. Fourth, food waste and food loss continue to occur because surplus food cannot always be redirected quickly enough to where it is needed. Fifth, many organisations lack access to digital systems that would improve real time donations, inventory management, forecasting, and coordination. And finally, there is no integrated regional framework connecting food pantries, donors, suppliers, volunteers, and community organisations in real time. At the same time, the research also identified significant strengths. Community organisations are already sharing food, supporting one another, and building local partnerships. Volunteers continue to contribute thousands of hours to support vulnerable residents. Communities demonstrate remarkable resilience through informal food sharing, neighbour to neighbour support, and grassroots problem solving. These strengths provide the foundation for meaningful change. The findings suggest that North East Melbourne already possesses many of the resources needed to create a stronger food system. What is needed is a mechanism to connect those resources more effectively. This brings us to the central focus of the research: food drive. Throughout the study, evidence consistently demonstrated that a community led digital platform and logistical coordination plays a significant role in improving food security and food sovereignty across regions, increasing supported participants by 30 to 50%. By providing real time visibility of food supplies, transport resources, storage capacity, shortages, and community needs, Food Drive has the potential to transform how food relief organisations work together. The platform could support food redistribution, transport coordination, pooled purchasing, volunteer mobilisation, donor engagement, inventory management, and regional planning. It could improve visibility for smaller community organisations, reduce food waste, strengthen local partnerships, and generate valuable data to support advocacy and funding applications. Importantly, Food Drive represents more than a technology solution. It represents a new model of collaboration. Rather than relying solely on centralized food distribution systems, Food Drive supports a decentralized and community driven approach where organizations share resources, knowledge, and responsibility. It strengthens local decision making while building stronger connections between food pantries, suppliers, volunteers, donors, councils, and community members. The research therefore provides a clear answer to the research question: can Food Drive's tech potential substantially strengthen food relief across North East Melbourne? The evidence suggests yes. However, it must be in conjunction with storage, transport, cold chain, refrigeration, data capabilities, and regional coordination. The findings demonstrate that Food Drive has strong potential to improve coordination, strengthen resource sharing, increase visibility of local services, reduce waste, support community led decision making, and contribute to a more resilient and connected food system. By enabling local organisations to work together more effectively, the platform can support greater food sovereignty by increasing local control over food distribution and resource allocation. The research also provides clear findings indicating that real time information sharing, smart donation matching, collaborative logistics, inventory visibility, transport coordination, and regional planning can significantly improve the efficiency and effectiveness of food relief services. Through technological collaboration, Food Drive can help ensure that available food reaches the people who need it most, while reducing waste and improving access across the region. However, the research also highlights an important reality: food is not a luxury. Technology alone is not enough. Food drive cannot solve housing affordability, poverty, income inequality, or the rising cost of living. It cannot replace sustainable government investment, policy reform, or long term infrastructure development. Instead, food drive should be viewed as an enabling tool within a broader strategy for food justice and community resilience. Its success will depend on strong partnerships between community organisations, local councils, food rescue agencies, suppliers, businesses, volunteers, and residents. It will require ongoing investment in transport, storage, digital capability, and community infrastructure. Most importantly, it will require a shared commitment to building a food system that prioritises dignity, equity, sustainability, and local empowerment. Looking ahead, the research identifies a practical pathway forward. Short term actions include piloting food drive with a network of local food pantries, implementing real time stock donations and sharing, route planning, threshold based pickups, satellite pantry ordering systems, testing pooled procurement initiatives, improving visibility of smaller organisations, and developing transport sharing arrangements. Medium term actions include establishing regional governance structures, strengthening partnerships with major food suppliers, expanding digital capacity, supporting mobile food markets, and using data to inform policy and funding decisions. Long term success will depend on creating a more connected, collaborative, and community led food system that is capable of responding to both everyday needs and future challenges. Ultimately, this research demonstrates that food security is not simply about providing food. It is about building systems that ensure everyone has reliable, dignified, and equitable access to nutritious food. It is about reducing waste while increasing opportunity. It is about strengthening communities rather than creating dependency. And it is about ensuring that local people have a meaningful voice in shaping the systems that affect their lives. The vision behind Food Drive is grounded in these principles. It is a vision of communities working together, a vision of food being shared rather than wasted, a vision of stronger local partnerships, smarter resource use, and greater food sovereignty. Most importantly, it is a vision of a future where no one in North East Melbourne is left behind because the food they need is unavailable, inaccessible, or disconnected from the community around them. The findings of this research suggest that such a future is possible. And with collaboration, innovation, and community leadership, Food Drive may provide an important step towards making that future a reality.